What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to the movie review part of VTR's Joyful Christmas. And today we're not gonna be so joyful because today we're reviewing It's a Wonderful Night. Before we get into all those details, let's read the synopsis. A year after saving her town from saving her town from a psychotic killer on Christmas Eve, Winnie's life is less than wonderful, but when she wishes she had never been born, she finds herself in a nightmare parallel universe and discovers without her things could have been much worse. Now the killer is back, and she must team up with the town town misfit to identify the killer and get her own reality back. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and say right off the bat, not the biggest fan of this movie, which is a bummer because I like this concept of turning other genre, other like movie tropes, whatever, to horror movies. We've had like Happy Death Day, which is like Groundhog Day. We've had Freaky, which is like Freaky Friday. We had earlier this year Totally Killer, which was Back to the Future, which I did enjoy and everything. But this I just didn't like. I just didn't like this that much. It's one of those movies I had to let sit before I knew exactly what I thought of it. And yeah, definitely not a film that I was crazy about. I was 100% was not crazy about this film. But because most of this review is most likely gonna be negative, let's get some positive out of the way first. I do think the kills are all right. The design of the slasher is neat, I'd say. That's I think that's where the compliments end. One of the big problems with the movie is that it's very bland. Like, it's very bland, I'd say. I'd say the characters are super uninteresting. Like, there's nothing, especially the lead, like, none of these characters really have anything going for them. They're all like one note archetypes. Like, you don't really care what happens to them. Like, there's no one really that you care to root for because all these characters are so bland, I'd say. The movie overall is just eh, just for lack of a better term. Like, it's definitely just a bleh film. That's really all I have to say. Like, the movie is just bleh. Like, none. The way I see a lot of it is like the killer is uninteresting. The twist reveal that happens in the movie is just so out of left field where it just feels dumb. And then there's another twist that's even dumber than that, and which some things it's also pretty predictable, and a lot of the horror elements get overshadowed by the It's a Wonderful Life parts, which stinks. I really don't feel like any of the characters have any I none of the there's no chemistry with any of the characters or the relationships, in my opinion, which is super disappointing because this movie is written by the same guy that did Freaky, and that movie did that really well. Did the chemistry with the characters and the writing for the characters? It was super great, super entertaining. Um, this is not that. Um, it's a Wonderful Knife is just had so much potential to be a horror version of It's a Wonderful Life, but like doesn't hit the mark. Like I said, the characters are bland and forgettable. The chemistry with those characters is very much not there or just doesn't work. Because it just feels like there's no chemistry with any of these characters. Like like the friends and everyone like is barely in the movie. It just all of it just doesn't. Just nothing really feels satisfying in the movie. Like the kills are okay. I don't think they're anything grand or anything. But like I said, most of the movie is just, ugh, I'd say, and it's just one of those movies where like it's so disappointing because there was such uh interesting ideas here, but it's just not. And it's supposed to be a horror comedy, I think, and it doesn't even do that well. None of the drama feels felt, and also plot holes. Like for some reason, there's like when everything's you obviously know everything's getting restored back to her normal timeline, but for some reason one character still remembers everything that happened. Why would she remember that? Like why would that character remember like everything that happened besides her? Obviously the main character would know, but like why would like if that was the case, shouldn't anyone everyone else know what happened? Or like I don't know. Like the movie's plot makes no sense when it comes in certain points. There's plot holes there and just inconsistencies throughout the tone of the mug. The tone is also rocky and everything, and like I don't know. It's just like we jump from like I don't know. It's so drastic. I don't know. It changes so drastically where it just I think the movie overall just winds up hurting itself when it's trying to do this interesting concept, but handling it so poorly with uninteresting characters, not convincing relationships, um, poor performances, bland characters, just passable kills that are just all right, um, and not really doing much interesting with the "It's a Wonderful Life" story. Like if you look at like Happy Death Day and Totally Killer and Freaky, they take those their concepts and really do well way molding them into those stories. This movie doesn't do that. Like it really doesn't do that, which in my opinion hurts the movie. And it like it just I'm gonna go ahead and do the rating and everything. Critics give this movie a 54, and audiences give it a 72, which I think is too high. Audiences, I don't know. Personally, was not the biggest fan of this film. I think personally, I'm gonna give. Oh, it's hard because I don't think it's a terrible watch, but I definitely will never sit through this again. So just for the fact that I didn't hate it, I guess I will be a little kind to it and give it a 2 out of 5. I really wanted to give it a 1.5, but I'm gonna be nicer and give it a 2 out of 5 because, like I said, I do think that the slasher design is neat and everything, and that's really all I have to say for this review. Um, but yeah, that's all I gotta say. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. And I will see each and every one of you guys in the next video. Bye.